crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their women.
The penetrator. Come on, look, because I always went the farthest into the target, goddammit. Libya, Tunisia, Lebanon. It was me, pal. I was always first in, last out.
This thing doesn't want to show itself. It wants to hide inside an imitation. It'll fight if it has to. But it's vulnerable out in the open.
Its blood was on the leaves.
If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Greetings, one and all, and welcome to this Taco Tuesday here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki, and of course, the one, the only, the greatest YouTuber of all time, Mexican Ironman.
No, stop that shit. First of all, what is this greatest music? Stop it. Turn your soundboard off. Calm down. First of all, okay, turn it up louder. God, I forgot what with you when I give you advice or ask you for something, I got to do the reverse, and then you'll do the other thing. I forgot that's how it goes here. I'm not going on camera because I'm going on strike. You know why?
Why?
Because you never go on camera, so why should I? Yeah, well, okay, that'll be for 3 seconds, and then you'll turn it off. Why do you have that green thing behind you? What's that for?
It's a green screen.
When do you ever use that?
Every Saturday when I do the cotton connection.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, last Saturday was fucking hilarious. That Saturday was freaking hilarious.
Back there. There it is.
Yeah, Chulo Monster. I love that guy. All right, you can turn your camera off since I don't want to stare at Chulo Monster for an hour.
Good morning. Good morning, Mikey.
What's up? I'm not a YouTuber.
Uh-huh.
And I'm definitely not the greatest one. By the way, the struggle in the camp, ladies and gentlemen who are my supporters, we've had a major setback this week. It's awful. I'm sad to report this news. It's devastating. It involves Gary Nerdrotic, whom I've been a channel member of his channel for literally 4 years.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm either at 48 months or 49 months or however long he's been around.
Gary's a great guy. I've met him in person multiple times. He's a wonderful guy.
Well, supporters of what I will call Mexican Iron Nation, the quest of me being not a YouTuber has suffered a significant and what some are calling in the media a devastating blow. This week, 2 things happened in the last 10 days. First, Gary was at Paulie's house and they woke me up at 10 in the, I don't know, I think it was last Sunday or Monday, 10 o'clock, 10:30 at night, because I went to bed early like a good little boy. And Gary announced in front of Paulie's barbecue that I was a YouTuber. And things got even worse when on his member live stream a few days ago, Gary Nerdrotic announced that I am a YouTuber. Now,
yes. And this comes to a surprise for you?
Well, I was kind of counting on Gary for support because I've known him a long time.
You're counting on Gary Nerdrotic, Gary Beagler, to say that Mexican Ironman is not a YouTuber.
Yeah, because I've known Gary like literally he's like one of the there are like 3 or 4 channels that are like my first channels where like they actually know me. I know that. Like I've known Gary since San Francisco. I haven't met him in person, but shit. I mean, I've known him forever.
Yeah.
And I thought that boy would have my back. But instead, I don't know. Maybe he thinks I'm delusional. Because see, here's the thing with Gary. Here's what bothers me. Gary has impeccable knowledge, understanding. He's fact-based. His judgments on point. His criticism and analysis of everything in pop culture, society, in fact, the globe in general, can be counted and relied upon as being truthful, accurate, and on point.
Gary Beagler of Nerdrotic does not spout bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. He speaks facts.
Right. So the reason our campaign has suffered a significant setback is with Gary announcing on his member live stream that I am a YouTuber is a significant setback in our cause. So I don't know how we're going to reorganize. I don't know how we're going to fortify our defenses here. But yeah, the cause has been some major setback.
Oh yeah, because Gary don't bullshit. Gary don't bullshit around. What Ghost Rider here says is absolutely fact. He is a practical creature, based. And you know what? Anyone that says, the big channels, they don't care about the little guys. That's absolutely horseshit with Gary, because he absolutely does.
Oh yeah, neither does Mexican Ironman.
Care about the big channels?
I don't care about the little guys, the smaller channels. I don't give a flying fucker a shit.
Well, yeah, sure you do.
That's what I heard.
How many small channels have you helped?
Don't be using facts. I'm just telling you what the word on the street is that got back to me by the person that was told by the person. That's what I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. See, that makes me think that, because I do care about small channels. I care about everybody. That makes me think that maybe I might be a little bit off on my assessment that I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is not an online live confession, but I'm just saying, I'm starting to have a little voice in the back of my head that maybe the wires are a little bit crossed in the Mexican Iron Brain. Could be wrong.
What about this message from War Monkey?
Mexican Iron Man is like that gay friend who everyone knows is gay, but they won't admit it to themselves. Okay, wait, I'm not gay.
Only a YouTuber would engage in online drama. # justice for Starry. Oh my God.
You know what, Josh? You need to go back to modding. In fact, we're going to institute a new rule. New rule. In order to create what's called a, quote, Mexican safe space. Let me think. What should we do? Anyone in the chat that says I'm a YouTuber should get timed out.
No pasadas, non-YouTuber. It's a Mexican thing. The rest of you all won't understand. At least Alf wasn't there to chime in agreement with Gary. It's true.
That would have been funny if Polly had an Alf doll when they
Hey, Mikey.
They FaceTimed me too. Like I was like in bed and like, you know, and Polly's like, turn the lights on. I'm like, I'm in bed, fucker. You know, and like literally he's like turn the lights on, we're all here. And I'm like, who's all, like literally I got one eye open. I'm like this. I'm like, huh? Fucking Anna is there, Star Wars girl, everybody, Chris Gore, everybody and their mother was there. And they're like, hey Mike, and I'm like,
Too early. It's too late.
Bambino's like, who the hell's calling us?
Elijah Snow with the 10-month member chat. Thank you so much, man. You guys, the members, you guys keep the fires burning bright here. Thank you guys so very much. You keep the lights on. You do. The secret is that Mike is actually like a Loki at the end of season 2. He's holding an awful lot of things together and almost no one sees it. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Don't shush him. He's right. He is right. What were we talking about before we jumped on here? You're absolutely right. You are absolutely right.
I don't know. Oh my God, I got like lightsaber over there.
Mim, Shockwave, 24-month member chat. Thank you for those 24 months, brother. Thank you so very much. Mim is not gay.
Nope.
Yeah, he has the windows, the broken windows to
Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow.
Andy Masterson says Loki, Mexican Ironman action figure behind a microphone. Yes. Yes. In a studio. Is even if you had like a little studio around him. Yes. Yes.
Because all my action figures that Andy made.
You moved your mic and it's all weird again. There you go.
How's that? Better?
That's better.
The action figures that I have, my Doomcock and my Mexican Iron Man and my Darth Poppy and my Tom, all of those, they're all in my display case downstairs on the first floor in the main entrance. Where I don't spend a lot of time, but they sure look good down there. They're in this, like, imagine like a China. It's this amazing thing. I got this. I literally got a $7,800 case at an auction that no one bid on for $500.
Nice. Nice.
It's gorgeous. It's got lights. It's fucking amazing. Handmade wood, engraved thing, and that's where my action figures are. There's room for more, Andy.
DJ Ronnie
Actually,
G.
I got to get a hold of Andy. I think I owe Andy money for some action figures.
DJ Ronnie G with a 28-month member chat. Thank you so much, brother. Says my coworker asserts that Mexican Ironman is not a YouTuber, but he is a recurring guest.
Yes. Yes.
I would agree with that if he was only a guest, but he's also producer Mexican Ironman. He is also lead planner Mexican Ironman. He is also channel builder Mexican Ironman. Hey, you know what, Paul? Let's get together and we will do an experiment to get you 100,000 subscribers in 90 days. Hashtag love Mikey. Yeah. And you know, you're sitting there. Yeah. Yeah, how about that? Let's do an experiment and see if we can get you 100,000 subs.
You this other lightsaber I have.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God, look. You know what's so funny about that comment is I just was on the phone with George Molo yesterday or Sunday.
And the best damn orange salesman, yes.
And he's like, I want to get to 150,000 by this date. How do I do that? And so we had this convo and all that. So I'm like, this is funny that you say that. All right. Now let's talk about that. We talked enough about Mexican Ironman. We talked enough about our setbacks with Gary. We need to move on to other show topics. All right, Loki, I have good news.
Okay, more good news. You are a YouTuber and Well, I'm just saying, you already gave us some good news. We all knew it,
No,
and
it
you're
was-
finally beginning to accept
I
it. You
started
are a
with
YouTuber.
the bad news was that our cause for Mexican Ironman not being a
No.
YouTuber suffered
Nope.
a serious setback.
No, that's a very positive because it's finally getting through your noggin that you
Well,
are
it's
a
just because
YouTuber.
it's Gary. I've known him fucking forever. I've got hundreds of thousands of hours of watching or listening to Gary from Doctor Who to God knows what since for 6 years, 5 years. Dude, I remember when he barely had like a few thousand subs. Like way back when.
This one's for you. This
Project Storytime. Member for 28 months. Thank you for your loyalty. Mod this, Mikey. Best YouTuber. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much, Project Storytime. And Latino Slant. Oh, way to go, Polly! Way to go, Polly!
I'm gonna be talking to Latino Slant later today after I get back from work. Polly, hold on to that video. Let's hold on to that, and then why don't we talk? And then let's see. I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
Oh my, Mim is a YouTuber. I have seen his link. Oh my. Oh no.
All right, guys. Good news.
Hold on.
The passport has arrived.
Oh, you got a passport.
Brand new.
We got two more. A member chat and a before we get to that. So this one's for you too.
Michael Gonzalez has been a member for 8 months, says, if Andre from Midnight Sage declares you are a YouTuber, your international rep is toast. Look for another planet with Alf.
Stowed up. $2 super chat. You got it. And it says you're a Caucasian. That's great.
That's it.
I think it's time for a skull and a tuck and roll. Damn straight. You guys ready for a skull and a tuck and roll? Tuck and roll, Theo, tuck and roll, skull and tuck and roll. And Elijah Snow with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you so much, my friend. It says Mike's real problem and it's that he's like more than soulless. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong. That's right. Had to be me. Someone else might have gotten it wrong.
It had to be. Okay.
That's right.
Look, I even got the Speed Pass passport card, the speedy one, where you can just zip through.
Oh, zips through security?
Yeah. So, well, I mean, it zips through you can use the airports that have the you don't have to wait in line in customs. You can go to the ones that have the kiosks and you can zip through. See?
Nice.
Yeah.
Now Mike's internationally hunting for MILFs.
Well, let's just say this way. Mexican Ironman is ready to settle down. His credit is good. He recently got his house appraised. I am back to being, at least on paper, a millionaire. My credit's good. It's time to settle down. So American women, you are on notice. I'm going to be single for about another 6 to 8 months, and then we're taking this show international.
Carlos Estrada with a $2 super chat. Is that passport to explore new MILF windows?
Wow, Carlos is getting in on this too? Really?
Oh, yeah.
Carlos, you're my boy, bro. You and I have been in chats a long time. You stop that right now.
Oh. Our mod, the angriest mod in Valhalla, Mark the Amply Tired, says, decide for yourself if Mexican Ironman is not a YouTuber. Hit the link. There's your YouTube link.
You know what? People have better things to do than this shit. All right, what's our next topic? Those are all my topics. Good news is I got a passport. Bad news is Gary has set our cause back significantly, and it's I'm a little.
No, he set your cause, not our cause. Your cause. Our cause hasn't always been to get Mike to admit that yes, he is a YouTuber, and you have a couple of times. We actually have video. Would you like me to play the video of you going, yes, yeah.
Well, hashtag fake news.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna be like a Democrat. and just say and just gaslight and change the story after the fact. I did not know what I was doing because I did not have had a mental health day that day.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I need a mental health day.
You needed a mental health day. So
Yeah.
did you call the YouTube line for the recently mentally
Oh yeah, let me show you
expired?
how that would work. Hold on. YouTube creator mental health breakdown support hotline. May I help you? Yeah, hi. I've got some meanie faces on YouTube and I need help and support. Okay, well, you've called the right number because everybody else that has a problem on YouTube calls this number too. Okay, can I be assured that this call is being confidential? Yeah, unbelievably, I got way better things to do than repeat the horse shit that I hear behind the scenes from all these channels of what really goes on behind the scenes at YouTube. The last thing I need to do is waste my damn time repeating whatever crisis you're in. Okay, well, because I don't want anybody to know what's going on, but with the things have gotten to a situation. I need help. All right, go ahead. I'm trying to say I'm not a YouTuber, and Gary Neurotic, who's like awesome, but he says I am, and I don't know what to do. I'm having a mental health breakdown. Okay, well, why don't you just go do a live stream about it and call me later? Bye. Click. Shit, another call already. It's not even fucking 10 o'clock. Hello, YouTube mental health breakdown hotline. May I help you? Oh my God, YouTube is suppressing me and I am not getting the views I need. And I'm not on the algorithm. And I don't understand. I've lost 4,000 subscribers, but when I started the day, I only had 800. So somehow I'm negative subs right now. Click refresh on your page. Okay, hold on. I think okay, yeah, it's updated. All right, thank you for calling.
Oh my God. So someone phoned me the other day. I'm not shitting you. I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. Someone phoned me the other day telling me that Loki live streams don't count for watch hours.
What?
Live streams don't count.
I called you and told you. Wait, what did you just say?
No, not you. They will remain confidential. This was like a couple weeks ago. And I said, well, I sure as shit hope they do, because that's all I do. Is live stream. Oh my God. Yes, live streams count. No, it doesn't show it on the initial page, but you have to look at what you got while you were live streaming. There are 2 pages of analytics. One is a page of analytics for after you're done with your live stream, and one is for one during your live stream. They are different. There are 2 different pages. Uh-oh. He's on the phone. So Bearbeard Whiskers with the $5 super chat. Mexican Ironman. I just bought a mic. All thanks to you. We'll reread that one when you get back up here. An Iron Caster has a question. Mike is like a defendant pleading out guilty despite the overwhelming evidence against him. Mike should take a plea deal. Absolutely. Absolutely. Lady Aaron D, what is up?
Sorry about that. I had to take a call for work. That was urgent.
It's fine. You got a couple messages here. Number one, Bearbeard Whiskers said, I just bought a mic. All thanks to you, Mikey.
Oh, all right. Well, awesome. Go forth and be a YouTuber. And when you are not successful in achieving your goals, remember, the Mexican Ironman Mental Health Support Network is available to you.
There was a Snow Dub one
Because there's
about
always two levels of goals. It's like you said on that you said it on a few of your Wednesday shows. There's that first goal of like, oh, I just want to get my voice out and be creative and have fun. But in reality, once they get to that 1,000 monetization, 4,000 hour, whatever thing, and they start seeing dollar signs, then it turns to what they really want, which is they want to have subs, they want to be right, and they want to be big, and they want to be fast, and they want to grow fast. And then all of those
except for your-
original ideas just fade away.
except for your failed experiment with Loki, because that never went away.
What went away? I've never had an experiment with you. You've never been a channel that I try to produce.
Yeah. You even
did that
had your
last
name
2 weeks.
on a couple of shows as producer.
Yeah, well, okay. For the first, no, hold on. I was a sponsor producer for 6 to 8, or for a year, I think. But I'm saying in terms of actually trying to produce your channel and your show, that lasted about 2 weeks to 2 months at best. At best.
Snowdub says, but Mexican Ironman is in a situationship with that Mike Reich.
No, I'm not, you sick fuck.
Ironcaster, who's been a member for 13 months. Thank you so much, brother. Says, Mike, serious question. Can the parking garage be shut down in relation to the mishandling with Reedy Creek?
No. Just because an asset was begot by ill financial means doesn't mean it gets to shut down. It's a parking garage. It would have to be foreclosed on, and there's no reason to foreclose on it because there's just no reason for it.
All right. Mahogany Draws.
Hi, Lady Aaron.
Mahogany Draws.
Maybe Lady Aaron will support my cause that I'm not a YouTuber. I gotta start recruiting.
I doubt it.
I gotta start recruiting. I need more volunteers. We gotta go door to door, live chat to live chat, spread the gospel.
Lady Aaron, if you have windows in your home and you're married, bar them. Mahogany Draws with $5 super chat. Ale, Mike, and Loki.
I have never smashed a single married chick except for one time, and she lied to me, and I didn't know she was married. Excuse me, sir. Sir. And that was after the fact I found out. And when I did find out, I left, and not through a window. Freaking brown lives need to matter around here. They'll tell you, sir, yes, sirree, Bob.
Did you tell anybody about the conversation you had with their daughter on the way out the door?
I said on this live show.
Mahogany Draws with $5 super chat. Hill, Mike, and Loki ready to follow up this full Tuesday breakfast of morning shows. Damn straight, guys. We have got Snowdub coming on live before this show. We've got this show with Mexican Ironman. And then Mahogany Draws rounds out the morning with his draw stream right after this one, which we will be sending everyone in the chat over there as soon as this stream ends. So make sure, guys, you have subscribed to Mahogany Draws. Ring that bell so you get the notifications and check out his draw streams that come up right after this one. We got a nice morning block going on. We really do. We really do. And brother, this one is just for you. A little kicking of the asses this morning. Skull! That's right. Just like Mike when he jumps out of a window. So tell us about we bullshitted and had fun for the first 30 minutes. Tell us about how big of a hole Disney is in after the report has come out. I mean, as soon as they said Rico, I was like, holy shiznaballs. That is trouble. If anybody doesn't know what RICO Act is, that means everybody is in trouble. So please explain how much trouble they are with Reedy Creek and what kind of a hole they have dug themselves into. Is this going to be like the house burning down, or is this not as serious as that?
Okay, so in order to answer this question, we got to do it in a non-linear way. We can't say, hey, if then what does that mean? It's not. It's more complicated than that. But let me break it down in 5 minutes or less. It's like this. What's been uncovered is potentially the following: one, potential SEC trading issues because the municipal bonds that are supposed to be tax-free were probably managed more like corporate bonds, and that's tax evade. That brings up two issues. One is an SEC regulatory issue, and the other one is a IRS tax issue, as well as a state of Florida tax issue. So those are the first three issues right off the bat, right there. For next set of issues, it has to do with the way that money was handled by the people that worked there and were on the board of directors there. And they pulled Amex card receipts and other stuff, and basically they were using it as a personal government piggy bank. It would be similar to you being elected to city council for the people, yet wanting to use the treasury of the people for your own purposes, like say helping Mexican Ironman buy a new boat. So that's the fourth category of stuff, and those are all
buy yourself a Porsche.
Right. Those are all criminal. Like that's fraud. That's potential theft of public funds. That's the fourth set of problems. The fifth set of problems has to do with fraud related to the use of certain funds. For example, when Ironcaster, I believe earlier, said in this message about the parking garage, there was also a power plant that was funded that's never used or provided power, but they funded it or said they funded it anyways, like an empty shell. It's like, going and it's kind of like this, saying that you're going to raise money for a nonprofit cause, but you keep all the money for something else and don't actually do what you said it was for.
Oh,
so
shit.
That is misappropriation of funds, and you also have assets that are not being deployed as they were meant to be, and so forth. And so there's the parking garage, there's a power plant, there's other stuff as well, and that's what Ironcaster was talking about. So you've got these things going on. When you look at all of these things and then realize that Disney was essentially using this governmental entity, this tax district, in order to basically write things off that weren't write-offable, and basically creating it's basically money laundering, for lack of a better word. But when you look at the composite of these 5 groups of offenses, different types of federal, state, regulatory, criminal, civil offenses, because that's what they are. They're state and federal, civil, criminal, and regulatory. So you got 5 pockets of stuff going on. When you look at all those together, combine them together, and realize that it was consistent, pervasive, and ongoing, now you've got a RICO problem. You have a RICO problem at the federal level and a RICO problem at the state level. And what is RICO? RICOH. Well, what it has to do with is when there's basically criminal conspiracy going on by a group of people, not one, but a group of people. And so what the RICO Act does is when it was applied, when it was created, originally it was created to deal with what was called the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. That's when that's I think it was in when did they do this? They did this for the mob. I think it was in the early 70s.
Well, they did it for the mob, and what they did it for was, let's say you've got a low-level enforcer, a street guy that's selling drugs. Well, because he's connected to you and he works for you, you can be charged for his crime.
Right, exactly. And so when and the thing about the RICO Act is it can be, some people say, well, if it's federal, then Biden's not going to do anything because he's going to protect his boy Iger. I don't believe that Iger is in any good graces with the Democratic Party, and I think the Democratic Party has much more important issues and people close to Biden that they're worried about right now, such as, I don't know, Hunter Biden, who spent $892,000 on fucking hookers and blow. And then borrowed money, and then try to write it off on his tax returns.
And then borrowed money to buy a SUV or a truck. Or I'm how do you go to dad? I want to ask you, Dad, is like a senator or a member of Congress or a vice president, and you're so hard up, you're such a piece of trash that you have to borrow money to get an SUV?
Yeah.
That ought to tell you everything you know right there. Continue, please.
Well, anyway, so basically you're considered a racketeer, and normally there has to be at least a couple of different types of crime. Well, in this case, there's like fucking tons of them and loads of them. So, Mexican Ironman does not want to do $892,000 worth of hookers and blow. No, no, no. Anyway, so these are interesting times. So what we have to sit back and look at is there the political will to go after this guy? And normally what happens is you have charges, you have political and legal will, then you have investigation, and then you have documentation, and then you have charges, and then you have the criminal prosecution. In this case, this damn audit came out and all the work's been done up front. Like literally all they got to do is grab a copy of the report, do some independent checking, and start filing and start charging. And the thing is, if DeSantis wasn't so busy being tied up trying to win an election that he has no hope of winning and losing a nomination that he has no hopes of getting, or getting a nomination that he might get from a Republican Party that he's not going to win the presidency for, I think if DeSantis had kept his ass where it should have stayed, which is in Florida as a governor, then this thing he'd be all over this shit. But I don't know.
A lot of people believe he should have waited till the next turnaround.
Of course he should have. Of course he should have. He has no idea what the fuck he's doing at all. He is like one of the worst candidates I've ever seen in my life. He's just.
And this I agree with. Any civil servant who becomes a multimillionaire while in office is corrupt.
Absolutely. Yeah, like who used to work for me, Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama worked for me for years back when I was in Washington, D.C., as COO of Public Ally. She ran the Chicago office. Her and her husband were broke as fuck. I mean, not literally broke as fuck, but they were on nonprofit NGO salaries and they weren't making jack shit. I signed her checks. And you're telling me that Michelle Obama with her husband, who I know where they were in the late 90s, 20 some odd years later, they're on fucking Martha's goddamn fucking vineyard, and neither one has had a business that they've run that they, you know what I'm saying? Get the fuck out of here.
$200 million for Forbidden Ruin says they're worth over $200 million.
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen? But it's okay. I'm not. Anyway, so did I answer your question about Disney?
Yeah, they're in trouble.
6 minutes flat. 4 minutes flat.
They are in trouble. And I'm just curious how they're going to get out of it. How are they going to get out of this? Against popular belief, believe it or not, I do not want to see Disney burn to the ground. There are some very, very good memories I have. The first amusement park I ever went to was Disneyland in Anaheim. We went there multiple times a year. I used to love going to Disney World. I always had to get 2 Mickey balloons. There are things I love about Disney. I love the old Goofy cartoons. Mr. Wheeler, I was just talking on X about that the other day. I do not want to see them burn to the ground. I want to see them epping course correct, get new leadership in there, and do what they are supposed to be doing, which is making family entertainment and entertainment that people want to see, not what they want you to see. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's how I feel about that.
Well, I don't think I necessarily wanted them to freaking. I would like them fixed. That would be my preference. But if they're not going to get fixed, then I'm happy to see them fail if they're not going to get fixed, because what's coming out is just more garbage and trash, and it's not doing any good for anybody. I will tell you this: I'm in absolute shock as to what's come out more recently. Literal shock, because as much as I've been a critic of Disney and have been on their ass from the financial side, when Andrew sent me everything that he sent me, I was at a training all week in Florida, remember?
Yeah.
Last week, that's why I didn't make the show. And so I'm in the middle of the show and he's dropping me links. He's dropping the attachments. Can you go live? Which I couldn't. I mean, I was locked down at this training for 3 days. But when I was read all this shit, I'm just like, I've never seen anything like this. And I've seen a lot of whacked out crap in my accounting and tax and audit time. I've seen a lot of really wacky stuff. People do wacky shit. I've never seen anything like this, let alone at the same place by the same people over and over and over again. It's fucking insane.
No,
it's insane.
I don't either.
Now,
I wanna see
Andrew,
it stop.
to his credit, Andrew Legal Mindset predicted this shit about 1.5 years ago. There's some old streams of his where he said, hey, don't be surprised if this happens. Don't be surprised if that happens. Don't be surprised if this or that happens. And when he said it at the time as an accountant, I'm going to be a little skeptical saying, yeah, it could be, but, you know, what are the odds really? And then all of a sudden, everything that he talked about way back when, fucking A, the shit's happening exactly as he predicted it would. I was like, dude, I told him the other day, I'm like, dude, you might want to even just do a live stream of like going back and showing your old clips compared to like what's come out now, because it's freaky. I never could have guessed any of this. And this is also telling me this, is that if this has come out, then probably there's a lot more to it. I still think, even though there's a lot of people that disagree with me, because I know how corporate finance works, I still believe that there's an FTX scandal, that Disney lost money on FTX in its treasury division. And that will never come to light because it's not a matter of the bankruptcy court disclosure. So it'll never show up on public documents. And number two is if it was a currency investment from their treasury group, it's not required to be disclosed by law. Because, you know, it's like overnight trading in foreign exchange. You just don't, you know, that stuff doesn't come up. So I think that shit's buried too. Because, I mean, this is a company that's just fucked. It's, you know, it's kind of like this. If the product that they put out on the street is morally corrupt, what do you think happens with the practices of the people on a day-to-day basis inside the organization? Corruption and rot begins from within, not from without. By the time that we see it on the outside, what's happening on the inside has already created that, you know, that cultural rot that we see on screen.
Because they just don't care anymore. They don't care to hide it.
No, everybody just wants a check. They just want to get paid.
Bear Beer Whiskers with a $2 super chat. I'm afraid the damage from the aftermath of Disney going down. I think it's going to be a wake up call. I really do. They did it. Oh yeah, Mike.
What?
That's exactly why I think they did it.
Yeah. Meaning the FTX stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No, I absolutely agree. No, they bought in and they lost big time. They lost big time.
And so here's the other thing. I remember getting in a fight with Valiant about this. He's like, well, there's no evidence that there's any kind of FTX and there's going to be federal oversight. And I went back. I'm like, dude, motherfucker, I'm an auditor. You haven't seen the shit that I've seen. And God, I love Valiant. I love Valiant. Valiant's a brother to me. I fucking love Valiant. You know that.
I know that.
And the thing is that, you know, it's okay. And hey, newsflash to all you YouTube wannabes. It's okay to disagree with people you love and respect.
That's right. That's right. I do it all the time.
And you could still be friends the next day. But I told him then, as I feel now, that I said, you do not know how things operate inside some of these companies. And I fully expect, I see, the thing is, when I worked for ExxonMobil and I got a rotation into the currency and the Treasury Department, and I saw what they were doing with the money, with the cash that they had inside Treasury, that had nothing to do with straight investing of stocks and bonds and trades, you know, municipal bond trades. I'm talking about other stuff that I saw. And that's why when the allegations of FTX came out, I'm like, they've got to be doing that shit. There's no way Disney would not have gotten on that bandwagon when everybody else on Wall Street and the financial sector was on that bandwagon, and the entire Democratic Party was being fueled by it. And at the time, Bob Iger wanted to run for president. So don't tell me that these guys didn't get in on that FTX action somewhere, somehow, that has never, as of yet, been disclosed. And to those who say, well, you've got to give them an opportunity, because I've had people with friends of mine in California, including my sister, says, you got to give them an opportunity. And, you know, if they've done something illegal, that's what my sister tells me. And my sister's like always giving Disney a break. I'm like, I'm not giving any fucking breaks to Disney. What have they deserved to deserve that? What has Disney done to deserve me to give them the benefit of the fucking doubt? What? Tell me. They release movies that I can't take my kids to. They put programming on Disney Plus that I don't want to watch. They put children's programming on Disney Plus that shouldn't be allowed without the sign off from the parents. And they provide theme parks that provide an overall shitty, old, dated, lousy experience.
Yeah, how long has it been since the Cinderella Castle in Anaheim has been basically retooled and repaired because they can't do it? Because if they do, they would have to be up to code of current day standards, and they can't do that.
Right.
You'd have to rip it down and rebuild it completely.
Yep.
That's insanity. So they just leave it the way it is and say, don't touch.
Yep. Pat asked, hold on, I got to answer something Pat asked said. He says, hold on, where is it? I just hope Valiant has that hat laundered weekly. Hey, we SIG guys, me and Valiant are SIG guys. We don't have to launder our hats. America.
But they get sweaty and stained.
Nothing's better than the sweet smell of a SIG hat. America!
Uh-huh.
By the way, can I tell you how much I love that Valiant's a SIG guy? When I found out he was like when I first saw that hat, I'm like, oh my God, he's a SIG guy.
Okay, explain to everybody what you mean by that.
That Valiant has fucking superior judgment, brilliant mind, and excellent taste. That's what I mean by that. That Valiant is a man who is brilliant, intelligent, does his research, and is 100% on point, and has the mental acumen that would humble Einstein when it comes to his firearms and pop culture and finance in general. Boy, is that a kiss-ass clip or what?
There you go. Valiant, if you're listening.
Mexican Ironman just made the kiss-ass Valiant Renegade channel clip of the year right there. Well, no, 6 Hour. There's basically...
Pucker up, Buttercup.
Look, there's basically the different pistols out there. You know, some people love HKs. Okay, great. Awesome if you want to spend all your money on that. But besides that, the most of us were either Sig Sauer guys or we're Glock guys. And you Glock people are insane because Sig is a superior weapon, period. Hashtag Sig. Hashtag. Look, how do I know I'm right? And Valiant's right? Magitech Mag says so. That is a woman that's not only intelligent, but beautiful and knows her firearms.
Mm-hmm.
Snowdub is a Ruger guy. I was too when I was 12 years old.
You had a Ruger when you were 12?
I'm just saying, like, if I were a 12-year-old, that's what I would have, one of them little tiny little Rugers, you know.
I don't know. I was always partial to the 911 and the SOCOM.
Oh, God, you're a 1911 guy.
And the SOCOM. I like the SOCOM.
Ugh.
What's wrong with the 1911?
You guys.
It's over 100 years old. It is a classic. It is reliable.
Oh, God. No. It's like having a debate with you about, like, why the PS2. That's like having a debate of why the PS2 or 3 is better than the 5 or no different. The 5 is the shit.
I would never say that.
I'm just saying, like, that's the kind of argument we're having here. 1911. What is the practical application of a 1911?
It's a badass 45 that's over 100 years old that has had 100 years of engineering go into it.
I'm gonna keep driving my Chevy because the Chevy's done right by me since 1964.
Okay.
Shit howdy.
Problems that have come up in design have been fixed.
And dang it,
it's
if I don't
reliable,
want to have more
it
than
works,
10,
you don't have to worry about it jamming.
If I don't want to have more than 10 bullets on my 9 bullets in my magazine, I'm gonna get me a 1911 because that's what I'm gonna want. I don't know what I would do with more than 9 bullets. I'm a 1911 guy. Shit howdy. I'm so glad we're not doing this in person. You have already slapped my ass across the table by now.
With a 1911.
Right. You would have like grabbed your 1911. You would have bitch slapped me like with the handle. Pop. I was like, Gah! It would have been It would have been in slow motion at the pizza joint too.
You've got your plastic little handgun, and then you've got,
Excuse me, sir. It's called polymer.
and mine called metal.
It has some metal in it.
Yeah, some metal in it. What?
There's
the hammer
metal.
and the trigger, and that's it.
No.
Yeah.
The barrel is metal.
Polymer.
The barrel is metal.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you know what? Excuse me for having Gun Bunny. Be careful, Mikey.
She's got 2 right there.
Gun Bunny probably has like 17 of them. Jesus Christ. Their gun collection. They're like, bro, we pulled up to the gun range. They opened up the truck. They had stands. They're like, what do you want to shoot? Dude, I was like going to a mobile. It was like going to a mobile gun store. Like they're like, brrr. Like they have guns like I have lightsabers and rifles. Polly, I know I'm sorry. Working life keeping me busy. I still love you, amigo. Hey, you too. Polly, you stop talking to Mags right now. First Polly needs to stop. He's cheating on Romy. You stop that right now.
50 cal.
All right. What's our next topic? Since I just won the debate of which gun is the best.
No, you did not win any debate about any of that. No.
What?
I like a 1911. I also like the Colt Anaconda, the Colt Cobra. I like the big 357 Magnums that only hold 6 rounds. Sorry, Mikey.
Okay, Clint Eastwood.
I can hit someone with my first shot.
Oh, I know how good of a
I
shot
don't
you are.
need 12 follow-ups to hit something.
You're so good at shooting, you get bored by going shooting. I know how good you are, fucker. I already know that. That has been. It is well established in the historical record. Loki, for those people who, ladies and gentlemen, those watching at home, Loki is so good at shooting that he gets bored shooting after a while. Like most people be like, "Oh, that's exciting. Let's do this for an hour or 2 or 3, or in my case, a day or 2." Loki, like, how many times am I going to hit it right in the middle where the little dot is? Okay, here's Loki shooting. All right, here I'm going to reenact Loki shooting. Okay?
Oh my God!
Here's Loki shooting. All right, shooter ready. Beep. Pow, 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 pow. Click, click, choo-choo. Pow, pow, pow. Pow, 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 pow.
Sir, please do not shoot from behind your back.
Right. And then you go and look at the target. And then you go and look at the target. And if this was the bullseye, here's what Loki's targets look like. Like if this is Loki's target, and let's say he shot 20 rounds, it would come out looking like this.
Oh shit.
That's my mic. And then after 15 minutes, he would be like, "What time's lunch? Where's the pizza place at?" And I'm like, "We just fucking got here." Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. When I was 10, my best friend's dad gave me a Winchester 30-30, and from the hip, fast firing from the breech, I shot 5 rounds.
Oh, you know who else is a good shot besides you? Your wife.
Oh yeah, Eris' nail driver downrange. Yeah.
Dude, I remember when we switched sides, we went to Valhalla Con, and I went over to the pistol side, and who was helping me? Was it Psycho Dwarf 9?
It was DJ Ronnie G.
No. I mean, no, but Psycho Dwarf 9 had the pistol. Yes. I don't know. Someone had one side, and I had the other side, and we rotated. Anyway, and so I went over there, and I went up to Eris. I'm like, "Where are you shooting at?" She's like, "Right here." And I look down, I'm like, and then I look back at her. I'm like, "Who shot here before you?" She's like, "No, just me. I've been here."
And it was her first time shooting a gun.
And I'm like,
her very first time shooting a gun.
And so I reloaded her, got all this stuff going. I'm like, and then I sat back there. I'm like, "Okay, do it again."
And what did she do?
Telling you, you guys couldn't have put that on your dating app. It wouldn't be like, must be able to shoot a target at 10 yards with both eyes closed, backwards, upside down.
Oh no, Dave Bob, our good friend Dave Bob, handed Eris a 45 ACP silenced rifle. And she took to that like a duck to water. So she sat there and she just sent rounds down.
Oh yeah,
range.
that was at 50. That was at 50 yards. She was a badass on the rifle. I was talking pistol.
Oh yeah, I'm talking about the rifle. She actually didn't like the pistol.
Well, she sure as hell knew how to fucking shoot it.
So she didn't like the pistol. She liked the.
She'd probably be a good sniper too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. We got to do that again this next year. So, I believe it will be. Let me check. October 25th, 26th, and 27th.
Yeah, hopefully.
Get your ass to Dallas and show your Brubaker ID at the front desk for Valhalla Con.
I don't know. I hope I can make it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try, but I don't know.
We will be getting back together, and I know Mark's gonna be there. I'm pretty sure Mary's gonna be there. We're gonna be there. Hopefully, the day Bobs will be back to hang out with us. I think the only thing we're going to do different is we are going to get a big house and we're going to do movie night at the big house. So, and I'll make homemade pizzas in the Valhalla pizza oven. Project Storytime to try and make it too.
So you just
get Chris Persia there and we'll have all the wrenches of Valhalla there.
How big of a house do you think you're going to get? Because we had like 30 people last time.
Gonna be that'll be a good question. It'll be Dallas, October 26th, 27th, and 28th. I think I was just looking at that. I think it's
I don't know. I think you and Eric should get a house, maybe, but I think everybody else.
25th, 26th, and 27th. But yeah, we're gonna get a house. I know we're gonna get a house this time instead of staying at a hotel. And I know Saturday we're gonna do movie night. We'll have a projector and a screen, this time our own. And we're gonna set that up and watch a good movie. I don't know what we're gonna watch yet, but we're gonna watch a good movie. Maybe we'll let everybody vote and decide what movie we watch, what Valhalla movie we watch at Valhalla Con.
Dude, I would Lord of the Rings this year.
The Fellowship, Two Towers, or Return of the King.
All of them.
That's an all-day
That's
thing.
a long day. That's like 12 hours. Because you got to go extended cut on that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you have to go extended cut.
God, you were so right, bro. Watching the fucking extended cuts the way you told me to do it. Fuck.
Yeah, it's an all-day thing.
No, but I mean, no, but you remember you told me keep going. God, what was it? Was it The Hobbit or?
Yeah, watch The Hobbit and then go right into.
That's right. And then you said then go right into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a great weekend. I got to do.
You're gonna watch all of the extended stuff from Hobbit to Lord of the Rings.
That's the one thing.
Watch The Hobbit and then watch Lord of the Rings.
I think that's probably the biggest reason why it's hard for me to settle down with someone, because I met some amazing people, but fandom, Lord of the Rings, different things, gaming, all of these things are intrinsic to my identity. And it's kind of like with you and Eris. The reason why, one of the reasons I think the two of you work is because you both have common passions and interests for all these culture things.
We do.
I mean, I don't have a problem finding a smoking hot chick to hang out with and have fun with, but I mean, that's not really, at the end of the day, you like being around a person who loves Lord of the Rings or, likes gaming once in a while, whatever the fuck it is, you know what I mean? Because that shit matters. That's because, you're going to spend your life with somebody, rest of your life with somebody, you better have everything in common. Otherwise, life's going to get pretty boring pretty fast.
That's right. So I got in, before we get out of here, really quick, I got in my Marvels versus Capcom arcade cabinet.
What?
The other day. Yeah, it's the Marvel versus Capcom arcade cabinet. So you get all the X-Men versus Street Fighter, all the Marvel versus Capcom, all the fighters. Remember that fighter we played at the bachelor party?
This is fucking awful news. This means you're going to be even better now than you already fucking are.
So
let me tell everybody at home, one of the least fun things I've ever done. No, simultaneously, one of the most fun things I've ever done and the most demoralizing thing I've ever done at the same time is play this motherfucker Street Fighter. Any version, Dallas on the tabletop, ass kicked. Standing up in Key West, Florida, ass kicked. We were in Nashville. I think didn't we go out with no. You went out with where was the other place? We did this happen. It's happened multiple times. Basically, whenever I've seen Loki and we played, I've gotten had fun, but lost like 43-3.
Well, remember when we went to that first meetup, you and Nick were playing, and I was like, hey, let me get one in. And you were like, you're going down, and you didn't get one hit. You didn't get one hit. And that's when I realized I've got to go kind of easy on Mikey. Got to go easy on him and like pull the skill level back just a little bit and go easy on him so I don't kick his ass too bad.
Oh, really? So you affirmative action DEIASG my ass? Really? You're telling me when I thought I was.
Well, see, the thing is, if I beat your ass
too right now, I'm over here.
Beat your ass too bad, you'll never come back and try again. I've learned that over the years. If you beat their ass too bad, they're never going to want to play you again. Nick knew immediately. Nick was like, nah, I ain't playing you in that. Nick was like, nah, I'm cool. Mikey keeps coming back for more, though. Oh, shit.
You know what's going to be funny, though?
Oh, here comes the lightsaber thing. You are going to be very surprised, my friend. So
I know you so well. I already know what you're gonna do because I've had time to think about it. And I'm going to laugh watching this happen, but that's okay.
And what exactly am I gonna do?
Doesn't matter. Whatever you.
It doesn't matter.
Whatever you think you're gonna do, go ahead and do it.
I need not bring any tricks or nonsense to beat you.
Right. Sure.
Guys, Machini Draws' channel is coming up right now. Thank you so much for being here. We had 60 people in here for the majority of the stream. Thank you so very much. Please smash that like button on your way out the door. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe and ring that bell. Guys, take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend enter. And we'll see you later tonight on Pops' stream, Talk Hard, where we're going to be talking about the Christmas story, and on Daryl the Derelict stream later tonight as we talk to the Dark Tower. I almost said Two Towers because you got me thinking about Lord of the Rings. The Dark Tower series by Stephen King. Have a great one, everybody. You too, Mikey.
Bye.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe, and hammer that notification bell.